the move method and another workout. Today is going to be full body dumbbells. All you need is a set of dumbbells you feel comfortable lifting with your upper body. If you don't have access to dumbbells at the moment, then you're very welcome to grab anything heavy around the house, like a set of water bottles or cans. Now we're going to start with a short 5-minute warm-up. Just a little note, this is a beginner pre and postnatal workout, so if anything doesn't feel quite right, then please do rest and join in when you feel ready to. So pop yourself down on the mat onto your hands and knees, and we're going to start with an exercise called cat-cow. So make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath the hips, and you are going to shine your chest up towards the sky, and then round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, round and tuck the chin. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale, round. Last one, inhale. And exhale, round. Find yourself in neutral spine, which basically means you have a flat back, and then you could balance a glass of water on your back. Take your right hand, reach it up towards the sky, and then thread the hand all the way through to the left side of your body. One more time. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, thread through. Place your right hand down, repeat the same on the left. Reach up towards the sky and thread all the way through. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Place yourself back to hands and knees. Place your hands a little bit further forwards, toes together, knees are as wide as the mat, and just rock your bum back towards your heels and then come all the way forwards so you're over the hands. And just take this a few times. Basically a variation of the child's pose, just warming up into the lower body, into the wrists. Adding some breath in and some breath out. Okay, find yourself back in that hands and kneeling position. Bring your left foot to meet your left hand. If you need to, you can drag that foot round so you're in this low lizard position. Hands are inside that left leg. Really shining the chest up towards the sky so you get that nice big stretch into the rear hips and also into your glutes and the IT band. Take a little rock side to side if that feels good for you, or you can stay static. And then we're going to take a twist. Now, if this feels too uncomfortable for you, if you are quite big at the moment, if you're quite pregnant at the moment, just stay here. But if you feel comfortable too, then take your left hand up towards the sky, looking up towards the hand, and then bring it back down towards the floor. And take 2 more times. Reach up towards the sky, and back down. Last one, reach up towards the sky. Perfect. Bring your left knee back. And then right foot comes to meet your right hand. Same again, rock side to side, shining your chest up towards the sky. And then if it feels good, take your right hand up, looking up towards this hand. So we get that nice strong stretch through the mid-back and the glute. Last time, inhale, reach up towards the sky. And exhale to return. Perfect. Bring yourself down into either a low or high kneeling position, whichever feels more comfortable for you, and you are just going to take some reaches up towards the sky. So reach the hands up, look up towards your thumbs, and then bring it back down again. 2 more times. Reach up towards the sky, look up towards the thumbs, back down. Last time. Reach up and back down. Give the hands and wrists a nice big shake out. Take a few shoulder rolls back, opening up through the chest, through the shoulder joints. Last time. And let it go. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get started with our first round, which is going to be time-based, 35 seconds, dropping down to 30 and to 25. So all you need to do is follow me. The first exercise is going to be a squat. You have the option to do this body weight, or you can grab your weights and pop them on your shoulders. The option is down to you. When we're squatting, to have your feet just past hip width. If it feels comfortable to you, you can turn the toes slowly on a diagonal and think of sitting back onto a chair and standing back up. Really making sure the weight is back in the hips, not in the knees. Excuse me. Option to grab a chair to place behind you to give you a little gauge of where to squat down to, okay? So we're going to get going in about 15 seconds. Just practice the squats a couple of times. Make sure you're comfortable with that exercise. And when you are ready, let's take it into that first round. 35 seconds in 5. And off we go. Sink the hips down and stand it back up. Option to start body weight, and then obviously with the next 2 rounds you can add weights as well. Or you can start with weights and then take them away. The variation is there for you. Perfect. Keep it going, doing really well. You've got another 20 seconds to go. Sitting back, stand up. Squeeze your bum at the top of the squat. Doing great. Last 10 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Give the legs a shake out. Grab your dumbbells. We're going to go into lateral raises. So hands either side of you. Lift the weights up towards your shoulders and then bring them back down to your sides. Off we go. Lift them up and back down. Now these do get quite tough, especially if you have slightly heavier weights. So option just to rest at any point if you need to, just to gather yourself and then join back when you are ready. Doing really well, keep it going. Last 15 seconds. Doing great, nearly there. Stick with me. These are starting to burn. You've got 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1 more rep. And rest. Great work. Okay, let's bring it onto the back. Now option, if you feel like a little bit uncomfortable laying on your back with a bump, then you are welcome to pop yourself onto a sofa or a chair so you're elevated. Otherwise, bring yourself onto your back. Off we go. Glute bridges. Hips around, feet around hip width. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Squeeze your bum at the top. Okay, 35 seconds. If you feel like your hamstrings, these muscles here, or your thighs are working more than your butt, lift your toes and drive through your heels, okay? 20 seconds to go. You're doing great. Stick with me. Okay, nearly there for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great work. Bring yourself up and around onto your front. We're going to take it into shoulder taps, so hands underneath your shoulders, knees just past your back, just past the hips, or in a box position, whichever feels better for you, and you are going to tap your opposite shoulder, okay? So we're just tapping that opposite shoulder. So off we go, 35 seconds, last 35-second round, and then we're going to take a short breather. So just tap the shoulders. Really imagine that you've got a glass of water on your back. You don't want it to spill, so really keep yourself nice and squeezed through your core muscles. Doing great, stick with me. 20 seconds to go, slow taps. Head looking up to the end of your mat. Last 5, 4, 3, for 2, and 1. Amazing work. Okay, bring yourself up standing, grab yourself a quick drink or tie your laces, and we're going to get going in a second for our second round. Now this time we're going to be dropping down to 30 seconds, so we're taking 5 seconds away, and we're going to be going for the same exercises. You will find that everything starts to build as we go through the rounds, okay? So once you've had your break, bring yourself round, and we're off in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go for your squats. 30 seconds for this round. So it's all about finding your limits, challenging yourself, but making sure the technique is nice and strong. We've got 10 seconds to go. Stick with me. Doing great. Last 3, 2, and rest. Woo. Definitely feel those legs building up. Give the legs a shake out. Grab your dumbbells. We're going with our lateral raises. Off we go. Arms out to the side. Back in. Keep breathing through. Don't forget to breathe. Nearly there. Doing really well. You've got 10 seconds left. Little guidance for the breathing. You're going to exhale as you come up. Inhale to come back down. So you want to exhale on the effort. Inhale as we return. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more rep. Perfect. Great work. Pop them down to the side. Place yourself down onto your back. We're going into those glute bridges. Okay. Hips around, feet around hip width apart. 3, 2, off we go. 30 seconds. Driving into the heels, lift the toes. Get that butt working, the back of your glutes. This big old muscle here. Okay, 15 seconds. You're doing great. Stick with me. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Amazing. Okay, flip yourself around onto your fronts. Take it into your shoulder taps. In 3, in 2, off we go. Tap your opposite shoulder. Again, staying nice and still. If this feels quite easy, option to take the knees further away from your hips. Okay, so you're going to take your knees back, and that makes it a little bit more challenging, okay? So you have got another 10 seconds. Doing great. Stick with me for 8, for 5, 4, 3, for 2, and rest. Amazing. Okay. Grab yourself a glass of water, take a little breather. We have got 1 more round left of this circuit, and then we'll be moving on. So, squats, just 20 seconds now. You are going to fly through this. Stick with me. Off we go. Take your squats for 20 seconds. Make sure you can lift your toes at the bottom of your squat, and that's going to make sure that you're sitting back into the hips nice and strong. 10 seconds to go. Stick with me. Last 1. And rest. Okay, give those legs a shake out. Grab your dumbbells. And we're going in 3, in 2, in 1. Doing great. You're nearly there. This is our last round. Use the breath to push you along for your last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, last 1, and rest. Perfect. Place them down on the floor. Lay onto your back. We're going in 5, 4, 3, for 2. Off we go. Glute bridges. 20 seconds to go. Great work. Stick with me. You're doing really, really well. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Roll yourself over. Let's go straight in with your shoulder taps. 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. Shoulder taps. Squeeze that core. It should be burning by now. It should be kicking in, especially the side of your stomach muscles. 10 seconds. Don't give up now. You've got this. For 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1, and rest it there. Incredible. Bring yourself down to a child's pose, just to take a little bit of a moment to breathe. Knees wide, toes together, drop your head down towards the floor. Take nice deep breaths down here. Okay. Let's bring yourself back up to standing. Things are going to heat up a little bit now, but you are strong. You can do this. So I'm going to show you the first exercise and then I'll show you the next exercises as we go. Exercise number 1 is a burpee. That might be met with a big groan, but I'm going to show you some variations. Now, you have 2 variations I'm going to show you today. Either stepping in and out or jumping in and out. So stepping in and out, hands down to the floor, big step back, strong plank hold, step in and then stand up. Second option is going to be hands down to the floor, jump back into a top plank position, and then jump at the top, okay? 2 variations, both perfectly adequate variations. Please choose the one that works for you today, okay? Option as well to place blocks down like this, okay? So the floor is slightly elevated when you are going into your burpee variation, okay? So grab blocks or cushions, whatever you have, if you want to do that variation as well, okay? So we're going to be here for 30 seconds. We're going in 5 seconds, so choose your variation. We're going in 3, in 2, 1, off we go. I'm going to be taking the step out variation today with an extra little jump at the top, but please choose the variation that works for you, okay? This is all about you, yourself, and your workout. You are doing great. You have got 10 seconds left. Stick with me, strong plank. For 3, 2, and rest. Okay, well done. So our next exercise is going to be down on our knees. You're going to grab your dumbbells and we're going to be going into a shoulder press. So strong core, strong tummy muscles and a strong bum. Squeeze them. Take the weights up together like this. Elbows come down to about shoulder height and then press the weights back up overhead, okay? So 30 seconds, let's go. So weights up here, elbows come down, press the weights up overhead. Really try and get your arms in line with your ears when you're up here, okay? So elbows come down, press the weights away from you. Inhale to come down. Exhale, push them away. Doing really well, you've got 10 seconds. Keep it going, inhale. You need to keep breathing so you can breathe over my loud breaths. Last one. Inhale down. Exhale up. Rest it there. Great work. Hop yourself onto your sides. Bottom leg bent. Top leg straight. Elbow is underneath your hip. You are going to lift the hips up towards the sky and then you're going to come all the way back down. Option to modify. Both knees on top of each other. Option to progress. Both legs out long, okay? Option is there for you to take. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Big reach up overhead and come back down. Big reach up overhead and back down. You're doing really well, stick with me. 30 seconds on each side, make sure that elbow is staying underneath your shoulder. 10 seconds. Doing great, don't give up, you've got this. You've got 1 more rep, big reach up overhead and back down to return, okay. Take it onto your left side or the side you didn't just do. Top leg is long, bottom leg is bent. Off we go. Reach up nice and high and back down. Reach up nice and high and back down. Doing great, stick with me. Okay, 15 seconds here. You're doing really, really well. Don't give up, just pace yourself. Make sure you can feel your obliques, the side of your ab muscles. 3, 2, and recover. Great work, okay. Take 15 seconds, so a short recovery, a little bit harder on the stamina. If you feel like you need more rest, take more rest and join in when you are ready, okay? So 5 seconds, back with your burpee variation. Make it harder if you want to, scale back if you want to. Let's go. Doing great, stick with me. You have got about 15 seconds. Give yourself a target, how many you want to get in that time. Last 10. Keep working, you're doing great. Nearly there. For 3, 2, and rest. Well done. Grab your dumbbells, pop yourself down into a kneeling position. In 3, in 2, off we go. Weights up to here, elbows come down. Now, depending on your weights, you might find this is really challenging or a little bit too easy. So if you are finding this quite easy, maybe have a look at some heavier weights. And if it's quite challenging, just take some more recovery time, more breaks in this 30 seconds, okay? And then as you go through the different workouts, you will be getting stronger, so you'll find it a little bit easier. Okay, keep it going. You've got 3, 2, 1 more, and rest. Awesome work. Okay, let's take it into our side planks. In 3, in 2, off we go. Remember, option to modify by dropping both knees or progressing by taking both legs up straight, okay? If you don't know when to progress, then jump into the Facebook group and ask a question, or judge it by how it feels. If this feels quite easy, feels like you keep going for ages, then take the harder variation. For 3, 2, 1. If you feel like you are looking at the clock the whole time and it feels horrible, then stick with your variation for a little bit longer. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go all the way up, back down. Doing really well. Last one. All the way back up and back down. Doing really well. Big reach up overhead, back down. 15 seconds. This is the last time we're doing this. Stick with me, everything you've got. We've got one little challenge coming up and then we are done. For 5 seconds. 3, 2, give me one more. And rest, great work. Okay, bring yourself up to standing. So our last challenge that we're going to do is your burpee variation. We're going to do a full 1 minute. Okay, so that's an extra 30 seconds on top of what you're already doing. So 1 minute on the clock, and I want you to try and count your reps to see how many you can get. Now, this isn't about necessarily pushing yourself to the maximum. Obviously, it depends where you're at, but it's just about pacing yourself and getting used to a little bit of discomfort, okay? So, when you're ready, now just a little warning, obviously if you are pregnant, please be aware that you're not pushing your heart rate to maximum, okay? So, when you are ready, we're going to be going into our burpees for 1 minute, in 3, in 2, in 1. So if you are a beginner or you are postnatal, you will probably find, well, you are able to push that little bit more, and obviously us pregnant people have to scale back a little bit at the moment, but that is absolutely fine. It's just about being consistent for these long 9 months. Keep it going. You have got 30 seconds. That is your halfway point. You have got this. Just keep ticking away. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, that they're not traveling too far forwards. Okay, stick with me. Last 10 seconds. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, I reckon you've got one more in you. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, well done. That was sweaty. So, pop yourself down into a child's pose. Let's cool off. Knees wide as you need to go to fit that belly in, and toes together. And if you are beginner or postnatal, then you can bring the knees a little bit more narrow if you wish. Take the hands to the left hand side of your mat and place the right hand on top of the left. And sweep them over to the right hand side. Left hand goes on top of the right. Perfect. Bring that weight forward, come back into your lizard, so your left foot meets your left hand. And if you can, try and bring the elbows down to the floor. Doesn't matter if you can't get there. Just do whatever feels good for you. You can be up on the hands, an option as well if you have blocks. That's a great one to enable yourself to become a little bit lower. Oh, that feels good. I'm going to join you down here. Last 10 seconds. Nice deep breath. Try and shut off the eyes. Okay, bring yourself back up to the hands. Heel toe that front foot, so the left foot, all the way to the centre of the mat. Again, if you have blocks, it's a really great variation. Doesn't matter if you don't, you can just put them down to the floor. Straighten out this front leg. So we're getting a nice big stretch all the way through the calf, the hamstring. If you're really tight, which I definitely am today, pop your hands on blocks, or you could just have the hands up on your hips. A little bit of a challenge on the balance front, so bit of extra fun for you, and just flex that toe towards you. Just take a few nice deep breaths. Okay, bring yourself all the way forwards, blocks go away if you're using them, and just switch over the left leg for the right, starting with that lizard stretch. Again, place the blocks on the inside of your foot, and then come down to your elbows or stay up in your hands. Does not matter which variation you choose, just make sure it is relevant to you and your body. Okay, let's take it into that half split or that calf and hamstring stretch. Hips go back, flex that toe towards you, nice tall chest. 3 deep breaths in through the nose, let it go out through the mouth. Inhale. The last one, inhale, and let it go. Exhale, perfect. Okay, bring yourself up to standing in any way that is good for you. And that is us done. Hopefully you are feeling a little bit sweaty like I am, and that you enjoyed that session. Please do jump into the Facebook group and share your experience of this workout. Any questions whatsoever, then of course you can ask them too. But thank you for being here, and I will see you again very, very soon.